You're about to fall in love with this pueblo mágico as we take you to explore its charming architecture, local gastronomy, its magical garden, and its breathtaking views of one of Mexico's largest volcanoes.
Welcome to Atlixco. We've been exploring the beauty of Mexico and growing closer to our heritage ever since we left Chicago in 2021.
And there's still a lot to do, see, and learn, so if you haven't already, make sure you've subscribed with the notification bell on so you don't miss the video.
Let's kick things off at our accommodation in Alixco. We booked this cozy room on AirBnB, which had a private bathroom and a terrace with the most beautiful view of the garden and surrounding areas. It's great for the morning coffee or the evening hot chocolate. We highly recommend a stay here if you're looking for comfort and affordability with fantastic hosts. We'll drop the link in the description below.
When in Atlixco, you can't miss a photo op at its flower clock and gorgeously painted enormous set of stairs. The mural shows El Charro y la China Poblana dressed in their folkloric attire representative of the region.
But wait, there's more. If you follow this same street, you'll find dozens of really fun murals.
Thirsty! The weather in Atlixco is super pleasant. It is known as a city of eternal spring. However, the sun can get extremely hot, like really strong.
It is about 1,900 meters above sea level, which equals 6,000 feet. So we're pretty up there.
So while the days can be hot, the evenings do cool down nice enough for some hot chocolate. Depending on if you want the town to yourself or if you want it lively and busy, you can come on a weekday where it's quieter or a weekend where everyone's out and about, giving away free samples of mezcal and ice cream. At the Zócalo, you'll find a kiosk with information for tourism and tours around the city on a trolley. They cost 100 pesos per person and they go through all the main points of the city. ¿Y de dónde son ustedes?
Yo soy de acá.
¿Tú eres de aquí de Atlixco?
Sí.
¿Y tú?
No, soy de Puebla.
De Puebla. ¿De la ciudad?
Sí.
Bueno, un saludito desde Puebla al mundo. Hola. Hola. Qué lindas niñas. Gracias por saludar.
¿Cómo te llamas?
Yo soy Jenny. Those kids just made me super happy. They saw us vlogging and they wanted to say hi on video, and it was nice chatting with them.
If you see us out in Mexico, make sure to say hi and you can be in one of our videos too.
The Zócalo is the heart of any town or city in Mexico, and Atlixco's beats loud and proudly. It's full of life, full of color, lined up with nice restaurants and colonial architecture. But the real star of the Zócalo, of course, is the Kiosko. And I have to say, this is my new favorite Kiosko in all of Mexico. This one is more than just beautiful for its decorated tile. This one is a 2-story coffee shop inside the Kiosko. I am mind blown. It was only just a couple of weeks ago that we were in Coatepec, Veracruz, Mexico's coffee capital, and I was amazed to see a coffee shop inside of a Kiosko. I was like, what? This is my new favorite Kiosko. And 2 weeks later, I'm saying that again, but for real this time. And as excited as I am to have coffee here, am I the only one that thinks it's a little strange that a foreign coffee chain gets to have a coffee shop in such a special location in a pueblo mágico in Mexico? Wow, the view from up here is spectacular. And I love being surrounded by all this beautiful tile. Puebla is known for their ceramic tile decorations called talavera, and Atlixco, I think, is particularly famous for making it, although we weren't able to find any workshops to visit, so we'll have to save that for a future video. But now, some coffee. Mexican and Colombian coffee for us are the best in the world, but I guess Italian coffee's not bad either. Okay, I have a funny story. The other day I was commenting on how we've seen this Italian coffee company chain all over Mexico, but we've never seen it outside of Mexico. Super strange. And we've never actually come to have coffee at one of these because we prefer to support Mexican coffee shops and businesses. But for the first time in these 2.5 years that we've been traveling Mexico, I realized that this is actually a Mexican coffee company. What? So I just Googled it, and it turns out that this Italian coffee company was started by 2 guys, a Mexican and an Italian, who wanted to bring Italian coffee culture to Mexico using coffee beans from Puebla. So they started this chain, and now this is one of the most successful franchises in all of Mexico. And the only other coffee chain to have more coffee shops in Mexico is Starbucks.
Starbucks? Gross.
Man, this is really cool. Now I'm gonna enjoy my coffee 100% guilt-free. I think there's more whipped cream than coffee in here. I ordered the espresso con pana, and oh my gosh, this looks amazing. I'm gonna need a spoon for this. As far as coffee goes, this is really, really good coffee. Watch out, Veracruz.
Now that we're caffeinated, it's time for an adventure. Vámonos.
One of the best ways to enjoy the scenic views in Atlixco is by hiking up El Cerro de San Miguel. The hike itself is a robust workout if you take the stairs, but you can also just walk up the streets. It's a little bit longer, or you can also take a taxi. But don't worry, the hike is totally worth it for the views of the city and the views of the star of the show around here, el volcán Popocatepetl.
Oh snap, it's right there already. Oh my god, it looks massive.
On the way up, you shouldn't miss La Plazuela de la Danza. It's a beautiful amphitheater. Currently, they only have events during September of every year for La Gran Fiesta de Atlixco, but we were told that there's a mayor who is looking to change that and host events here more often. I don't think this plaza is for salsa dancing necessarily, but that doesn't stop Kevin from dancing up there.
On a scale from 1 to 10, 10 being the toughest, this is definitely a level 10 hike. This is rough, but we made it to the top, yay!
And just like in most Mexican towns and cities, the highest point of the town has a church or a chapel on it. But this one is special because it has a view of the volcano. So right now you can see that these trees are blocking it, but what's nice is that they're currently building a lookout glass that's gonna stretch out over the hill, un mirador made of glass where you can see to the bottom, and it sticks out away from these trees and cables so that you can get a really nice clear view of the volcano. Fortunately, it's not ready yet, so we can't enjoy it yet, but maybe when you come, it'll be ready. For the best local eats, we're heading to El Mercado, Benito, Juarez, which is just a block away from the main Zócalo. We've been here multiple times already. We recommend trying the enchiladas at La Enchiladeria. They're different from other enchiladas. We've had more soupy and flavored with herbs. We had the medium plate of red chicken enchiladas, and it was well served for only 57 pesos. We also had a delicious chile en nogada, which if you're not familiar with it, it's a stuffed poblano pepper with ground beef, fruit, nuts, and topped with a creamy walnut sauce and pomegranate seeds, a staple dish in the state of Puebla. Chile en nogada season, by the way, is mid-July through the end of September.
And the number one must try in Atlixco, assuming you're not vegetarian, is cecina steak. Cecina is cured in salted beef, usually dried in the sun, but not too much. The beef is sun-dried and oxygenated just enough to give it this nice and smooth texture. This region of Puebla is famous for its cecina, so when you come here to the Mercado, you're gonna see a ton of vendors selling cecina. We have tried almost half of them, and trust us when we tell you that they're all very good.
I gotta say, while I respect all the hustling that these vendors do to try to get clients and customers, it can be a little stressful and overwhelming if you walk into the Mercado hungry and without a plan.
So if you want to know what to look for as soon as you walk in, we recommend taking a seat at Casa Tecuatl. They serve side platters for you to enjoy with your cecina, but it's BYOC. Bring your own cecina from any one of the dozens of vendors right in front of you. It was about 100 pesos for a quarter kilo of meat. The platter was 160 pesos and it came with salsa, queso panela, aguacate, chiles curtidos, cebollita asada y ensaladita de nopal. Oh, and don't forget to buy tortillas from one of these ladies standing nearby. Don't worry, they'll walk right up to your table to offer. Build your taco however you like, and enjoy.
Atlixco is also known for their craft beers, so we're at Cervecería Cinco de Mayo to try some of the cervezas artesanales. Cervecería Cinco de Mayo focuses on making malts. Today we're gonna try two of them, which is Osadía and Saga. Cool thing about this garden right here is that they also offer beer made by local breweries in Puebla.
We don't usually drink much craft beer, but this one was definitely a nice surprise. And directly in front of this beer garden is one of Atlixco's main attractions, Museum of Christmas. You can walk the small museum for an admission fee of 60 pesos or ride the train through it for 40.
Headed on the Polar Express.
In one word, it was adorable, but also really short. We saw the entire thing in under 15 minutes and we did both the walkthrough and the train ride.
Everything's huge so you can feel like a kid again. Okay, we're finally visiting a place I've been looking forward to visiting for a long time, and that's Atlixco's magical garden. Atlixco's Jardín Mágico is something out of a fairy tale.
There are over 40 botanical sculptures and over 40,000 plant species to admire here. Thanks to its temperate, wet microclimates, Atlixco has the perfect conditions for growing incredible flora and landscapes, making it one of the most important agricultural producers of flowers and trees in Mexico.
In fact, its full name is Atlixco de las Flores. Ever since I started focusing more on my health, both mental and physical, I started making walking in nature a priority. And this garden in particular gives me a huge boost in happiness chemicals, particularly because of the amazing art.
Hands down, one of our favorite experiences in Atlixco.
Things got really exciting when we found this maze. Follow me, let's see how long it takes to get through it. Yay!
We came to Atlixco in July, right after our cruise vacation and just before we moved to Mexico City.
We wanted to experience small town living one more time before hitting the big city, and our week in Atlixco was everything we needed. Relaxing, but with plenty to explore, delicious food, so green and beautiful, and incredible views of the majestic Popocatepetl volcano. This is a town we'd come back to again and again. You guys, I'm so emotional right now. We found a tree that is us. This tree literally is just like us. A Mexican-American tree. The sign here says, "This avocado tree from California stands as a symbol of gratitude to Atlixco, where this peerless variety originated. The son returns to the home of his father to perpetuate his kind planted by the California Avocado Society." So while this particular tree came here from the United States, its origins is right here in Atlixco or in Mexico. This really touched my heart, you guys. If you've been watching our videos for some time, then you know how much it means to us to be de aquí y de allá, from here and from there.
So there's one last thing we need to do before we leave Atlixco.
We want to try the chile en nogada ice cream to see if it's good. A beef and chile flavored ice cream? I don't know, let's go see. Remember, a chile en nogada is stuffed with ground beef, fruits, raisins, walnuts, and a sweet, creamy walnut sauce with pomegranate seeds, and of course, this looks like parsley to me. It's parsley. Let's see if it actually tastes like chile en nogada. Okay. Wait a minute. The ice cream is sweet. It tastes like fruit, but I do taste the hint of the poblano pepper. This is so cool. We had a great time in Atlixco. Thank you guys so much for joining us. If you made it to the end, drop a flower emoji for Atlixco de las Flores. Se cuidan, se bañan y nos vemos en la próxima. Chao.